Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. The Ducks offense is going to get the chance to start this game off. Of course, this game in Atlanta, I think, is the mecca of college football. And over the years here in the Peach Bowl, we've seen underdog teams like UCF and Houston really come in here and make their own piece of history.
And, Chris, think about it. The Peach Bowl, kind of like the Cotton Bowl, has been a major winner in this playoff expansion. They put on a great game, and they've already had some memorable moments. Who could forget in 2022 the field goal in the game that potentially wins it for Ohio State was kicked in 2022 and wide left and hits the ground in the year of 2023.
That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Incompletion sets up a second down. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Looking to throw. It's Moore. Throw to the sideline, steps out after a short gain. Good work to get the foot down after the grab. This running back, Kirk, might have been spending some time with those receiver drills.
Yeah, as you know, Chris, these running backs anymore in college football, they are really like glorified wide receivers because not only do they have to be excellent runners, but as you see here, the ability to be able to catch the ball and then the awareness to get a foot down to be able to stay in bounds for a nice game.
Pulls it in. It's Dickey. The defense will wrap him up after about a 6-yard gain. Not enough for the first. It's fourth down.
On third downs like this, you can only allow completions in front of you as long as you can protect the sticks. And that's what the defense did here. They knew the sticks were, and they were able to make the tackle short of the line.
No, kick it away here. Fair catch made at the 35. The Tigers offense gets their first crack now. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, that's just a miscommunication here. That's busted coverage by the defense. There's no way you can leave a receiver that open. The only problem for the offense is the quarterback misses the throw. That's a touchdown.
Second down after the incompletion. Send the back in motion. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. Football comes out, and the defense jumps on the football.
Well, that's why you do ball security drills almost every single day in practice. You just can't put the ball on the turf like that. We'll give credit to the defender for the hit, because that's what caused the fumble.
And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Back in motion now. Looking to throw it on first down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Chris, the defense has got to do a better job of wrapping up the tight end there. The coach is preaching to these guys, we need more than one tackler to the ball. They caught a break there. The tight end breaks the first tackle, and they had another man there to bring him down before it could have gotten ugly.
Looking to pass. It's Moore. Makes a quick grab. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
One of those critical third down plays coming up. Can they pick up the first on the ground? Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, sometimes it's just a backyard brawl, right? I mean, it's third down and short. You trust your back and the line to be able to pick up the first down, and he literally pushes with everything he has, throwing a haymaker there at the finish of that play to pick up the first down.
The Ducks begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. He's moving out of the pocket. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. Going to bring out 2nd down.
I mean, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. The Ducks pick up enough for a 1st down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the 1st down in the process.
Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Back to throw. It's Moore. Looking for 6. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ducks.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
So they'll try to add the lead now with PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. Here's a kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's when the drive will start. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Last possession, they fumbled it away, and it set up a touchdown drive. Can they bounce back from that right away? 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Lets it fly to the wideout. And he's got it. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid game.
Chris, is it possible to be DBU and wide receiver U at the same time? I think the LSU fans think it's possible. They always seem to have great defensive backs, and they always have pass catchers that just show up and show out week after week, year after year.
And tackled after a small pickup there.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Third down play for this offense. Try and muscle for the 1st down. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And they don't block the defensive end. It shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And the coverage team able to bring him down. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Just trying to get rid of it. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a 2nd down now. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They'll tackle him at the 27. Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Tight end makes the grab. And he's tackled just short of that 1st down marker. Good job by the defense.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the 1st down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. And the 1st quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. We expect the teams to have worked through some of the nerves of this playoff game as we begin the 2nd quarter. The Ducks bring their punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. Returner decides to fair catch this. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. We'll see what they can come up with this time. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on the quarterback there. That was a strong safety sneaking in. I don't think the quarterback saw him, and eventually comes home with a sack.
We'll see if they can overcome the sack. 2nd and very long. Looking to pass. It's Collins. Fires it to the wideout. And is intercepted. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Oh, Chris, against zone coverage like that, and the ball thrown deep down the middle of the field, you've got to layer that throw in. Very challenging throw, requires a nice touch with a strong arm, and the quarterback that time just did not make the throw.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short completion to the big tight end. A huge hit by the linebacker, a collision of big bodies there.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
Looking right, this one caught. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal right there.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
And the Ducks will line up here on 1st down and goal. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Launching one to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Oregon. How in the world do you lose track of the reliable tight end on that play?
The only thing I can think about is the defense is so locked in on the wide receivers or maybe the running game that they just forgot about the tight end. The guy's wide open. That's an easy throw.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And it's field and the returner trying to create good field position here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. Here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Quick throw by the quarterback off the RPO. And he's going to be taken down there, but there is a flag on the field. Open. Costly hold, nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. First down here for this offense. And the running back takes the handoff. They get him down. The gain is to about the 12.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Looking downfield, it's Collins. It's a quick grab. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Can he get there on the ground? Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. And looking to throw now on first down. Got him. He's sacked.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark, see if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
Second and long for this offense after the sack. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Looking to pass here on second down. That's reeled in. It's Dickey. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Boy, nice completion here by this Oregon offense to be able to show you it's not just about the quarterback's ability to run. Often you associate that with that Oregon quarterback, right? That dual threat guy that can run it. Not forget about their ability to throw the football out in Eugene. Think about Darren Thomas, the career that he had. He started for a few years, took his team all the way to the national championship, made some big throws, and Justin Herbert. Of course, enough said, we see it every NFL Sunday what he can do. 4-year starter for the Ducks. We're still seeing these Ducks quarterbacks being able to throw the football.
Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. Second down play now coming up. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Dropping back. It's Moore. Looking for his big tight end. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
Boy, another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Looking to throw it again. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Throws it too far over everyone's head and incomplete.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
He's back to throw again on second down. Catch made on the left side. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
The Ducks trying to cash in here in the red zone. Going to pick up the third and short through the air. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
Trying for a fourth down completion. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Lets it go quickly. Grab down the middle. It's Parker. That picks up a first down. We'll spot it at the 39. A new set of downs after that completion. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down. Offense moving to a bunch formation. To throw, it's Collins. Going for a big play downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the 2nd quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards.
Delay of game. Offense.
Quarterback lost track of the play clock, and that'll cost the offense 5. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback drops back. And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. And the back now goes in motion. Back to pass. It's Moore. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Timeout is called. A Duck strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down. The Ducks will line up to punt it away. Looking to flip the field here. The punt is fair, caught, but now up to see about that penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The offense gets a 2nd chance of points here after that special teams roughing penalty. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looks to the left, pass caught. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down. Ducks with 1st and 10 here. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. First down, looking to throw the football. And he dumps it off to the tight end. They make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their 1st of the half.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, and a chance at an interception in the end zone. Could not quite hold on to the ball. It's going to be 2nd down. Incompletion makes it 2nd down. To throw, it's Moore, bringing pressure. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. The tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. First and goal from the 9. And the offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. And the Ducks looking to cap the drive here. It's first and goal. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And the pass is just thrown away. Clearly intentional grounding. And here comes the penalty mark. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Second down and goal upcoming. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And he scores. Touchdown, Ducks. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense is shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
And they'll set up for the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get us top and preserve that momentum. Return starts from inside the 5. Returner tackle right there. That's what will start the drive. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? And the single back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. The magnitude and intensity of these playoff matchups is always something special to be a part of. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
The Ducks will kick it off to begin the second half. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create a big play here. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain. Second down after that run on the previous play. Direct snap to the back. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
And the quarterback keeps it here. He's brought down out at the 46.
Well, there's just so many things happening on these read option plays, and they happen fast. This defense has done a good job of trying to prevent this quarterback from hitting the big play. He gets some yards here, but at least he didn't get out for a big gainer.
Play action fake, looking to throw. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. That's a big gain. The offense is threatening now. Spot the ball at the 22. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field.
Well, how about that? Another LSU wide receiver makes a big-time catch for the Tigers offense. Oh, just a couple names to throw out. How about OBJ? How about Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, who right now arguably two of the top receivers in the NFL, all from LSU. And watching this young man right here, he's hoping he's next in line.
To throw, it's Collins. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Oh, and he fumbles. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
The Oregon offense comes back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Quick completion to the tight end. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
That completion makes it second and medium. From the gun, he looks for an open man. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Caught over the middle. It's low. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a third down. They do their job, convert. And now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
Looks to the left, and it's complete. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Looking downfield, it's Moore. Defense is coming after him. Got him for a sack, a big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense.
Chris, what a shot, right? Come to an LSU game and you see a defensive lineman overwhelm an offensive lineman and come up with a big sack. When was the last time you didn't see LSU have defensive linemen who can make life difficult for quarterbacks and offensive linemen? Because I can't. They always have big boys who are athletic to make life difficult in that backfield.
The Ducks will send the punt team onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They are really in a hole here, and that turnover in the last possession did not help. Here's a quick throw off the play fake.
Well, the defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
The gain makes it second and medium. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here.
Chris, that's every quarterback's worst nightmare. A wide open receiver streaking for a touchdown. You could throw a hook shot out there, let him get underneath it, and let him run to the end zone. What a missed opportunity.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. Forced to punt last time. Trying to add points, build the lead right here. To the air. It's Moore. Going to try to use his legs here. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield, but the defense does their job. They've got everybody covered, but I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the first down.
Grab down the middle. It's Dickey. Brought down that crosses midfield to the 46. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. Hey, guys up front lined up. It's first down. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dreamed about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
Throws it to the right. And it's complete downfield. Marked out of bounds, but it's another big game. This air attack, no problem moving the ball up and down the field today. So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. Sitting in a pretty good spot as we wrap up the third quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game stats where we have a chance. As we head to the fourth, we could be in store for a classic finish. A spot in the next round of the college football playoff is at stake. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Looking to chuck it again. Pressure is coming. And the freshman making an impact play there.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it, and they get the sack.
Scanning the field. It's Moore. Quick throw, testing the middle. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Caught over the middle. It's Dickey. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a first and goal now.
When the defense gets these guys to third down, they got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the first down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
And he drops back in the gun. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
That's a big sack by this defense here on first down. Now the offense still has opportunities to rectify this situation, but it's not the best way to start a first and goal situation.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And he'll be brought down.
Boy, Chris, I thought when he took off on his scramble, I thought he had a chance to maybe get it to the end zone. But the defense does a nice job. Yeah, they gave up a couple yards, but they kept him out of the end zone.
Urgency here in the fourth quarter. They must cut into this lead. It's third down and goal. And he'll set up to throw. Looking to scramble. He throws it away there, avoiding a mistake on third down. And now a fourth down decision coming up.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
Long enough and good. And they add to their lead. So after adding to this big lead, they'll set to kick it away.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Back to throw. It's Collins. Caught quickly. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. Ball moves to the 37 on the gain. It's first down.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, guys. These guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get the ball downfield and let's get out of bounds to try to preserve that clock.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Trying to extend the play. He's going to pull it down and run. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit. Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And he finds his tight end for the catch. And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with...
Oh, the pass is picked off. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Inside the 20. Touchdown, Oregon. Wow, what a play, a defensive score.
Well, it's just something freeing when you have this kind of lead and you can just turn the defense loose. Getting aggressive pays off for them here. They get the interception, and what athletic ability there to take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to move this one away. And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick 6. And they recover from that right now. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. And the gain is good enough for a first down near the 38. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back. Scanning the field. It's Collins. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Looking to throw again. Receiver makes the catch. Completion gains about 6 yards, but now it's a 4th down call. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is.
Lofting it toward the left sideline. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, LSU. Strong game by this quarterback.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. It's a 2-score game, so hope's still alive here in the late going. motion would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And looks like the hands team are able to recover the football.
Well, Chris, as you know, this is one of the toughest things to do in all of football, trying to recover the onside kick. But let's give credit to the hands team there for coming down with that ball for the return unit.
So here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin from their 47. Looking to throw it on first down. Makes a quick catch. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Dropping back, it's Moore. The short completion of the tight end. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Crucial third down play coming up. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The Ducks will have 1st and 10 here. They'll change the pre-snap look now. First down, looking to throw the ball. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. So 2nd and 10 after the previous play. They'll work the clock here with the running game. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. He pulls it in for a big gain. He's brought down, but that strong, stiff arm helped him for a first down.
Well, Chris, this is why they're here, right? This is why they're in the postseason. You get to a critical moment in this game with the lead late in the game, a chance to really put this game away, and they convert.
And the Ducks looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Ball handed off. Trucks through the defender.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid game.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Takes the toss, testing the right side here. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
The offense that time just trying to get the ball out on the perimeter, trying to find some space to be able to get their speed into. Pretty good job by the defense of slowing them down.
And 3rd and short, they try to pick it up on the ground.
It's now time to select your team. Do you want to build a team from the ground up or take over an established contender? Pay attention to each, and now you'll choose. Congratulations, it's time to sign your